Hey, roofing contractors. Do you ever find yourself wondering how the big boys in your area can afford to advertise across TV, radio, Facebook, Instagram, Google, yard signs, home shows, Angie's List, whatever it may be, and how they seem to have an endless supply of money and jobs to continue to grow their business? Well, we could chalk it up to them being special or different or whatever, but I could tell you firsthand from talking with top 100 roofing contractors that's simply not the case. Right? There is one thing that top 100 roofing contractors leverage that most don't, that allows them to spend more money on advertising than you can afford, right? And anyone else in their market can afford. And that's what we're going to cover here today and how you can do that as well. But first, if you don't know me, my name's George Roros. I'm the CEO here and founder of Volume Up Agency, and I've helped over 100 roofing companies achieve their full potential. And my goal this year in 2022 is to generate $150 million in revenue for roofing contractors, right? Not revenue for us in Volume Up, but for the roofing contractors that we work with this year. But enough about me here. Let's get on to the content, right? So what we were talking about is how top 100 roofing companies can afford to be able to spend more money on advertising and seem to have an endless flow of jobs when a lot of roofing companies like you are probably in feast and famine cycles, right? You'll have good months, bad months, etc. And it's not that they have more money or they make more money per job. It's that they leverage a principle in business that a lot of people, including me as a business owner, tend not to pay attention to, right? I've tried to correct myself in this and try to be more vigilant about it, but there's only three ways that you can increase your revenue, right, in a business. There's three levers you can pull, nothing outside of that, right? One, sell more of whatever, XYZ, advertising and sales services, right, roofing, whatever it is, sell more of that, generate more revenue, right? Sell more at a higher ticket, right? So charge more per customer, increase the margins on the jobs that you actually produce. And then third is to sell more times to your existing client base. And a lot of times roofing contractors, when I tell them this, they'll be like, George, people don't buy a roof more than once in their lifetime, maybe twice. You're 100% correct, right? Roofing is more of a transactional sale, right? It is only going to happen once. You're only going to work with a homeowner once, maybe twice if you're lucky in their life. It's not like something like a subscription service. It's not like Starbucks, right, where you can continue to sell over and over and over and over and over again to these people. That's how they make their money, obviously. But roofing is once off, right? Typically, you're only going to work with that homeowner once in their lifetime, unless you do a repair, come back to do a replacement, or they have multiple replacements and they remember your name after 20 years, right? And you're alive after 20 years. So with that, George, how the hell do we get it so that we can actually sell to customers more times? And that's a great question. And this is actually what top 100 roofing contractors leverage to be able to spend more than you. Because they know that, let's say your average contract value is $12,000, right? They know that one customer is not just worth $12,000. What are they selling them? Siding, windows? You could do that, but that's not what we're going to be talking about here today. This is specifically for roofing contractors, right? And so what they do is they realize that, hey, we just did a really good job for this homeowner, right? We replaced their roof for them, took care of them. They're happy with us. And how many homeowners do you think that homeowner knows that also has a problem with their roof, right? On the low end, let's say that each homeowner that you sell to knows one person that has an issue with their roof. And this is the math that these top 100 contractors leverage to start being able to spend more on their advertising, because they understand that it's another revenue stream, not an expense, right? So let's say you and top 100 roofing contractor are both charging $12,000 per roof. I know that may not be the case. Let's say it just for ease of numbers' sake. You have the roofing job. You go out, you complete it. You say, hey, thanks for your job, appreciate it, and then have a good day, right? That's it. That's probably your last conversation with that homeowner. There, you got $12,000 from them. What the top 100 roofing contractors do is they understand that these homeowners know other homeowners that need help with their roofing projects. And the best type of lead that you can get is an unsolicited referral, right? So that is somebody who you did such a good job for that they just go out and praise your name and preach it and bring you in referrals without you even having to ask. The second best type of lead, can you guess what it is a solicited referral. So one that you actually ask for on somebody you did a good project for, right? And there's absolutely nothing wrong with this. I know there's a lot of mindset blocks that a lot of business owners and we as business owners have, like, oh, they paid us money, we can't ask them for anything more. If you did a good job for these homeowners, they will be happy to speak your praises, right? So that's the second best type of lead you can get. Now, George, how do we get that? It's a great question, and I'll give you some actionable things that you can do in this video, and we'll talk a bit about that here, and we'll dive a bit more deeper into that in the actual Facebook group that we have. It's 100% free to join. I'll leave a link below if any of you are interested in joining that and getting some free content there. But again, with this overview, right, what you want to do is start soliciting referrals from these homeowners, because let's say that you sold 50 jobs this year. And then let's say each of those 50 homeowners that you did a job for know one other homeowner, a bare minimum, that is having a problem with their roof, right? That's 50 more homeowners who already know, like, and trust you that you could have gotten a referral for if you would simply ask for it, right? And so what that looks like there is, instead of selling 50 jobs in 2021, right, you could have sold, let's say you sell 100% of the ones that you get, because referrals are a pretty high percentage of close, right? Let's say you sell 100% of the 50 referrals you get. That's an additional 50 jobs that year that you've got, right? So that's 50 plus another 50, because 1 times 50 is 50. So it's 100 contracts. And let's say your average contract value is $12,000, like we said earlier. So originally, you would have made $600,000 that year from those 50 jobs. Now, let's say you did 100 because you asked for those referrals instead. That would have been $1.2 million. So that's a $600,000 increase simply by asking for the referral. And I'll tell you how to do that the right way here in a second, right? You have to do it the right way if you want to actually get this to work. But I want to finish out the rest of this math before we get into that. So let's say you did those extra 50 jobs. Again, you have 50 more homeowners that you just did a good job for. So let's say each of them know at least one other homeowner that is having a problem with their roofing project. They recommend you to another 50. That's 150 more jobs, right? That's 100 more jobs this year just by simply asking for referrals once you complete the job. And again, I'll show you the proper way to do that here in a second. But 150 times 12,000, you'd be at $1.8 million. So that'd be $1.2 million more than you made simply by asking for the referral. Right, not saying you're going to close 100%. Let's say you even close 80%. That would still be an over $1 million increase in sales by simply asking for that referral. And what we do there is, as top 100 roofing contractors, we then understand that, hey, this one homeowner is not only worth $12,000 to me, this one homeowner is worth an infinite amount of money, right? Let's say we only get 3 referrals from it or 2 referrals from it. That's an additional $12,000 for each times 2. So that's an additional $24K, right? Which then means when you bring in a new client, a new homeowner, and you do a good job for them, that is now not $12,000 to your business. That is $36,000 to your business. So that's how these top 100 contractors are able to spend more money on advertising, because they understand they have a system on the back end to be able to turn those jobs into referrals and turn $12,000 into $36,000, right? So let's say they have a 30% margin. That's 36,000 times 0.3, and I'm pulling out my calculator here. That's a $10,800 profit from that lead, that one that turned into referrals, instead of 30% margin on 12,000, which is $3,600, right? So they have $10,800 to play with to generate another client on top of that. And that's how they can afford to advertise on TV, radio, Facebook, Google, Instagram, all that sort of stuff that you're wondering how they do. It's because they understand that each client to them isn't one new client, it's multiple new clients if they do a good job. And so I know the last question you guys are probably wondering is, how do we ask for the referral in the right way? Because a lot of business owners, we as business owners, are worried about offending our client, right? And so with that, the best way to do that is to do 2 things. 1 is to say thank you, and 2 is to provide value, so it makes sense for them to refer you to their homeowners. And a really simple one, right, or the people they know. A really simple one is just, hey, XYZ name, thank you for being such a great client and trusting us with your re-roof project. We hope we did a good job for you, and we love to hear feedback from our clients, right? In the meantime, again, we do appreciate your job. We wanted to provide you with some value as a VIP service for being one of our great clients, right? Rolling through that. And what you can do for this is anything, right? You can say, hey, you or anybody you know gets $500 off your replacement project. That could be one offer. Another is, hey, we have this hotline open exclusively to our past clients. For you or anybody you know that is having issues with their roofing project, they can call us, talk to one of our experts, and get that figured out free of charge, right? And that's basically just pushing them into an estimate at that point. That's a really good one there, just to get your phone ringing with hot referrals who are excited to work with you because they know, like, and trust you already, because they've been referred to you by somebody they already know, like, and trust. So that's a good way to execute on that. And again, This is how top 100 roofing companies are able to advertise at scale where a lot of businesses can't, because they understand that this one client isn't just one homeowner, right? They're going to turn into multiple homeowners if they do a good job, and that's why they can afford to spend more to advertise, grow, and scale their business, because they know they're not just getting a $12,000 contract for this new lead. They're getting 36, 48, however many $1,000s of referrals they're able to get as well, and that's why they're able to continue to grow and scale. And I've seen this internally from the top 100 roofers that we do work with here at Volume Up Agency. So I hope you leave today a little bit more better equipped to grow and scale your business, and with a better understanding of what's possible in the roofing industry, because this is the best industry to turn yourself into a multimillionaire, right? There is no other industry like this. A lot of us as roofing contractors do treat ourselves like a commodity, but you need to change that mindset if you want to grow and scale your business. So if you like today's content, right, make sure to leave a like and hit that bell icon and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos with any content we may have. And if you have any questions or would like to learn anything, or you want me to do a video on a topic you're curious about in growing and scaling a roofing business to the top 100, well then leave a comment below and I'll be more than happy to answer that and build a video around that. So hope you guys have a good day, and for now, logging off, George Roro, CEO here of Volume Up Agency. Talk to you soon.